All right, this is our 2020 Ciel du Cheval Vineyard Merlot, 100% Merlot. Again, this is another wine that we made quite a little bit less of in this vintage, only just under 200 cases. It's aged in about 30% New French oak, 20% New American oak. And interesting thing about this wine is, we used to make our old vines Merlot in 2020 vintage. We stopped doing that. But this wine here still has a lot of that 1975 planting Merlot at Ciel du Cheval Vineyard. So making up about 75% of it, and then 25% of it comes from a newer planting at the vineyard.
As many of you know, that I've talked to, personally, I really like Merlot. I think it's pretty distinctive in Washington. With our lineup, we have a tendency to sort of focus a lot on Cabernet and Malbec and the blends, but I really come back to, if you want to try a Washington Merlot that's just like the standard, I think it could be this wine, because it's just a beautiful example of what Washington Merlot can be.
Yeah, and this for me again has kind of a little bit of that barrel sweetness characteristic, and I think we use that word a lot in when we're putting blends together, and it can kind of be confusing. I think when we're saying that, it doesn't mean like it tastes like sugar, and we like that. I think a good way to describe it, it's kind of like the barrel or the oak is kind of like an envelope or like surrounding the wine, and it's really elevating those fruity characteristics, but not like shining or overpowering, the fruit in this wine, and just really well integrated in this wine. Really fruity on the aroma.
Yeah, a lot of red fruit with this wine, but it's beautiful. I really enjoyed this wine.
Yeah, for Merlot, a lot of times for me, it has kind of like that perfectly ripe strawberry characteristic to it, which this wine does. But again, with Ciel du Cheval and the older vines on this wine, you have a really nice elegance. It has tannin, but it's not too tannic of a wine, and lots of deep, complexity, getting into some of those like tertiary, wet rocks, earthy characteristics that are really nice. I think I would just drink this one on its own. Not a lot of food with this, and drinkable fairly early on. But you want to have that distinctive Merlot in your cellar, make sure you get some of this. Delicious. Cheers.
Cheers.